Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year annual membership. Shop Black Friday deals first with Walmart Plus. See terms at walmartplus.com.
For over 50 years, Burlington's legacy has been great deals on coats for all weather conditions. So before you're caught unprepared for the winter weather, head to Burlington for name brands, quality items, and surprising fits for every family member. Stock up on coats, sweaters, and accessories before the cold hits, so you can finally stop avoiding the elements and start living comfortably. Warm up at your nearest Burlington location less than 1 mile away. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to Book Talk for Book Talk, a literary podcast where we've been deep diving into your favorite novels. This is Jack.
And I'm Amy. And our listeners love to share their thoughts and theories via email and voicemail, so we're sharing them via our weekly mini episodes.
The views expressed by the hosts and listeners are entirely their own and in no way represent the thoughts or intentions of the original author. This podcast is a discussion shared to spark thought and conversation on the characters and themes of this novel.
Spoilers may be discussed with or without warning. Explicit language, as well as themes of sex, violence, abuse, death, and depression, will recur throughout this podcast. Listener discretion is advised. You asked us so many questions, so we're back with today's episode, a continuation of the Ask Us Anything, because we love answering your questions.
We love you. We love your questions. We love when your questions are about us.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Not a question, but I firmly believe Crescent City 3 will end like the end of Crescent City 2.
Another going into portals?
Maybe? Oh, so spoiler warning for Multiverse. I think maybe they're trying to... maybe they're saying like it'll end with her going to Throne of Glass World?
I don't know.
We know this is the conclusion. Like, I don't think it's going to end with a huge plot twist.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do a fourth Crescent City, honestly. Like, I just need it to wrap up now.
I think we will eventually, but, like, later.
But I don't think it's going to be a continuation of Bryson Hunt.
Agree. Oh, yeah. It'll be someone else completely. Yeah. Favorite theories that you're sure will happen? I'm sure about nothing.
I've talked before on the podcast about my reincarnation theory. I don't know if it's going to be exactly reincarnation or like parallel universes with people who have like strings between them, like Rune Dannon and Reese and Hunt and Cassian or whatever. But the more I read Crescent City, the more I'm like, there are so many parallels here to people in ACOTAR or in other worlds that I'm like, this is deliberate.
Yeah.
And there is a connection, whether or not it's reincarnation or just some other tie, but there is something there.
Yeah. I think this is like so weak because we pretty much like know, but it's still technically a theory because we don't know that Throne of Glass World will get tied into Crescent City 3.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm choosing that because it'll mean an easy win.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it could be that it doesn't get tied to Crescent City, but it gets tied to the next ACOTAR book.
Yeah. Oh, I have nothing to throw at you.
That's honestly my guess. I think getting rid of Coast J is gonna have something to do with Throne of Glass World, rather than Crescent City.
I am gonna have to get like a nice big pile of
yarn.
I heard urine.
Yarn.
Yarn. But I'm gonna have to get a nice big pile for when we start recording Crescent City.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To throw at you. Will you ever do a video companion to your podcast? We've talked about this.
Yeah, actually, technically, I have access to a studio on campus where I work that does video and audio recording.
When does that start? Or I thought they were still making it.
No, this is a different one.
Whoa.
That I've already been told I can ask to use.
We're going to brainstorm possibilities. I think that it would definitely have to be a place that kind of does it for us in a way, because I started Googling it and I was like, this is hard. Yeah. All right. We struggle enough as is, guys. But I'm not against it because people do highly encourage it for us to do that. It's always like the next step, but I think you don't appreciate
how difficult the editing is.
We do this. I mean, I'm wearing makeup now, but most of the time we don't wear makeup. We wear PJs and our hair is up. Right.
Well, and it's just, we don't consistently talk with confidence. We would require much editing.
So much editing. Although I've been watching more video podcasts just to kind of like get a gauge of it. There's a fair amount of editing that I didn't catch.
Yeah.
But I don't think people realize just how much editing we would have to do for ourselves.
Yeah.
But, we'll circle in. I think we test it out for a mini episode and see how that goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
What is the over-under Elaine has 2 mates? So what's like the likelihood that she has 2 mates / not the likelihood that she has 2 mates?
2 mates isn't actually a real thing. So we talk about it being a real thing in Throne of Glass. It's not really a real thing.
Because it was made up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was made up.
So people think that she's been made to believe that Lucian is her mate.
But Lucian's convinced. So they would both have to be convinced.
Yeah. So some people were thinking that the Cauldron or someone is lying to them. I'm like, you're reaching very far to make it so that Lucian's not it.
I think SJM recently said, like, she doesn't get why people think Bryce and Hunt are not mates.
Yeah.
And I agree with her. Like, the evidence is all there. I just think we have to take it at face value.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they're mates. I think SJM wrote it that way for a reason.
I also think that it's a punch that she's delivered once already with Rowan.
Yeah.
You can't really pull that off twice.
No, I think it would be tacky to do it twice. I don't think Elaine has a second mate. I think Lucian is her mate. That's it.
Yeah, agreed. All right, this is one of the hardest ones that we're going to answer. What's your favorite Starbucks drink? But I'm going to elevate this and say holiday.
Okay, holiday is easier because most of the holiday drinks suck.
Coming in with the hot and heavy opinions.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Start with like holiday and then non-holiday.
Okay, so I think right now my favorite holiday drink is the gingerbread chai latte with soy milk. It's very good. Mm-hmm. Very good. Iced, obviously. All things are better iced. Do you want to do your holiday one?
Hey, if you guys hear background noise, I'm really sorry. We can't control my neighbors.
Yep.
Was it you who told me to do like the pumpkin spice chai latte?
Yeah.
That one was great.
Yeah.
It was
pumpkin cold cream chai latte.
That's what it was. Pumpkin cold cream chai latte. Anything with chai in it is an immediate win.
Yeah.
And I would also say that I'm a peppermint mocha bitch. I miss when there was a skinny peppermint mocha and they got rid of it. And it was ranked their like top selling one for years.
I wonder why they got rid of it.
Probably found cancer in it or something.
Oh, fair.
Biggest SJM hot takes.
I don't know.
Okay, you know what? My biggest hot take is that Elaine is going to be the biggest bitch sister.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
My hot take is that Azriel's gonna die.
Whoa! Warn a co-host before you drop shit like that. Okay, cool. Do you want to elaborate or just leave it?
I just think that we've seen in Throne of Glass and we've seen in Crescent City that SJM is capable of killing people off.
Yeah, she is. She has no fears.
She's not always capable of killing a main character off. Mm-hmm. It's usually secondary characters that we really have come to love.
Yeah.
And she believes in happy endings, but how do you give Azriel a happy ending? I just don't know if he's capable of happiness. He is so damaged.
You know what? Because he doesn't have a mate, I'm okay with him dying. I can't deal with someone who has someone they love and who loves them back dying.
Mm-hmm.
So long as he is still hopelessly alone, he can die.
I see him dying for Gwen
Mm-hmm.
to save her or something.
I would love that. Would love that for him.
I don't think it's actually going to happen, but
No.
I just like, she has to kill somebody off in ACOTAR.
Yeah, Helion.
Well, yeah, Helion.
Helion is going to be, and Tamlin. Helion and Tamlin.
Yeah, we're like, it's already canon in our heads.
It really is. People try to bring in other options, and I'm like, you're so silly. How do you not see the obvious here?
Yeah.
Fall has officially started here in Los Angeles, and that means we finally get to do fall activities.
I have been counting down the days for when I can go to pumpkin patches, maybe even hit up an apple orchard, and I get to do all of it looking super cute in my Quince boyfriend sweater.
This weather is perfect for my dark academia vibes, and I'm so excited to bust out my washable silk blouse because you know I'm going to be taking pictures.
Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50. And that's not all. Quince has so many other amazing things on their website.
All of those items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
That includes leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim. Like, my entire fall wardrobe is genuinely turning into Quince wardrobe.
By partnering directly with top factories and cutting out the cost of the middleman, we get savings as the customer.
One of my favorite parts about Quince is the fact that they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And they still manage to get premium fabrics and finishes for that, luxury feeling for every item that they have.
Get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/booktalk for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/booktalk, BOOKTALK, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/booktalk.
For over 50 years, Burlington's legacy has been great deals on coats for all weather conditions. So before you're caught unprepared for the winter weather, head to Burlington for name brands, quality items, and surprising fits for every family member. Stock up on coats, sweaters, and accessories before the cold hits, so you can finally stop avoiding the elements and start living comfortably. Warm up at your nearest Burlington location less than 1 mile away. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
Okay, when does Crescent City Review start? The new season?
Episode 1 is January 16th.
Or along those lines.
Somewhere around there. That's what I remember.
Yeah, no, same. So then,
Yeah.
stick around. What would be the mate bond meals for each character? Okay, we can't go for each character, but I like the idea of removing, it's a meal. Why did I think it had to be soup? It's any meal.
Any meal.
Okay, Cassian grilled cheese.
Okay.
Or chicken tenders.
Yeah, fair. fair.
Mac and cheese, grilled cheese, chicken tenders.
Manon
Lucian? Okay, go ahead.
would be like a partridge. Like, he'd have a fancy French bird meal.
Quail.
It's sure.
Manon, sushi.
Yeah, I can see that.
She just used her nails as...
Yep. I can see that. Bryce,
Uh-huh.
ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely ice cream.
And Hunt would be a hot dog.
Yep. And they would just be at a Dodgers
Sunball
game.
game.
Yeah. Just like, wait, did we just bond? Yeah, all right. Touchdown. I don't know how it works there. I know touchdown's football. I'm talking about Sunball.
We don't know Sunball.
I don't know. What's your favorite smut to plot ratio in a good book?
That's a hard question to answer.
Look, I'm either reading for plot or I'm reading for smut.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But there are some romance novels that I would say don't have enough smut in it.
Absolutely. I was trying to think of a romance novel. I was like, there's that one that had a great ratio, and I realized I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Shit. So I think with fantasy, I definitely would, like, I think there could be more. I'll look at, like, Silver Flames. There could have been a lot more plot, and I could have had a lot more smut.
Mm-hmm. Fair. I actually thought Silver Flames was the right balance for a fantasy book.
For a fantasy book, sure. The plot just felt so, like, I mean, the plot was, like, healing, you know, versus, like, we must go find the hidden sword and well, she did actually have to go find the hidden stuff.
Yeah, she found, she did find part of the trove.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think, like, fantasy, I need a little bit more plot. Yeah. If it's not fantasy, you know, plot is just a suggestion.
I need smut every 3 chapters.
I think that there's, that's a good, I think there's also, like, a balance of smut.
Right.
So there's, like, I want to start from the second that they kind of make eyes and things get heated to completion. Then there's things get heated and you get some descriptions halfway and then it fades to black. And then there's the kind that it starts midway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a mixture of those I'm happy with, but I don't need full start to finish every single time.
Agreed. I love when things start to get heated and then they get interrupted.
You're a tease. I
don't
look forward to your novels. I say it now. You're gonna cock block me from your own characters.
It's about building anticipation.
Patient. I would love to know your 5-star and spicy rating scale. What's a 5 versus a 4-3 star book for you, and your personal smut meter? These are great questions.
Yeah.
So what makes questions. What pushes a 5-star? So for me, a 4-star is a very good book still. Like, if I rate a book a 4-star, I would still recommend it to a friend. I would still reread it.
Yeah, I think to be a 5-star for me, it's about the plot wasn't predictable to me. I genuinely didn't know how the last 10 chapters were going to go.
Yeah.
The writing style, for me, I love it when it's a little bit more poetic in its descriptions, but it doesn't always have to be. I'm thinking of all my 5-stars, but I like the narrative style to challenge me and challenge what I like it when it's just beyond my capability of writing, I think. And it's got to bring emotion out. Yeah.
I think for me, a 5-star is just something I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And that could be like, you know, but also like, you know, well written and something. I mean, I have to look at it and be like, I wish I wrote this.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I still can feel that way about a 4-star. There's just something about the 5-star. So the second half of that question is spicy meter. So I feel like Praise is an example of a good 5-star spice. I also think JT Geisinger does great 5-star spice for me.
Oh, yeah. She does great spice. You know, for me, I don't know that I've read a book that I would rate 5-star spice, not because...
Or 5 chili peppers, not stars. Like maybe.
Yeah. I guess none of it's risque enough for me because I'm just like, oh, this is fun.
If you're willing to mention vaginal folds, you've reached a level of spice and detail that I've agreed.
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
haven't read. There's nothing you've read that's 5-star. Like that's
no,
5 chili peppers.
I lied. I just recently read another one of Emily Rath's period romances, and it's about 2 gay men who end up wanting a woman to join them.
Yeah,
and one of them's like, "I want to fuck your ass while you fuck her," and I was just like, "Okay, I'm into it."
Emily, like Pucking Around. You still haven't read Pucking Around.
I haven't read Pucking Around.
That's funny. Pucking Around is definitely like it made me blush. It made me like, it definitely was like details and thoughts and creativity. But yeah like I, you know, if it's like he lined himself at her entrance, it's like, all right, that's a sex scene. But if it's like he pushed back her folds and like, and I was like, all right, you're willing to get into that. Like,
notch the tip of his cock in her folds. And
like something where it's like, I don't know, there's that like extra level of like realism.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't just slide in.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Like make her and then use that lubrication to, wow, I'm going to have to beep that because I don't want my words saying that out loud.
Yeah. You're going to have to also do a warning at the top of the episode.
They should know by now. Which ACOTAR character would be your closest friend?
Cassian.
That's funny. Because I was like, Nesta.
Because I'm your Nesta and you're my Cassian.
Yeah, it's true. That's hilarious. I was like, because I would be able to make Nesta crack and laugh.
Yeah. That would be your life's goal.
And because that's my life's goal with you.
Yeah.
Is to be able to get you to crack and laugh. What Taylor Swift era goes with each of the inner circle?
Oh, interesting.
So let's just, we'll say...
Nesta's Reputation.
Yeah, and we can do repeats. Elaine, Lover, because Lover's actually pretty depressing.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
agree.
all pretty and flowery and then dark inside.
Yep.
Nessa's totally Reputation. I would say Cassian is Speak Now.
Okay, I can see it.
Like a little angsty in there.
Yeah. Favorite is Red.
Totally.
Reese?
1989.
Midnights.
Yes. Azriel, Evermore.
Yes. Yeah. I like that. Who have we not done? Amryn?
Amryn, Folklore? I don't know. She's like, she's
kind of an enigma.
Yeah, she's Jack Antonoff. Like she's I would argue more is 1989.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see her as 1989.
I think we nailed this.
I think we did too.
Thoughts on Manon?
Badass.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yep.
I mean, I was spoiled because I already kind of knew before I was introduced to her when in the series that she was going to play a big role, just because I see so much on the social medias about her.
On the social medias.
I have not been, whatever. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are conflicted with like how she's introduced and like what role she plays in the story, but I was totally into it.
I love her.
She's cool. Got such big heart. What she reminds me of my girlfriend because she's like I could do without people, but don't touch the animals.
Yeah. It is like Manon is just like is great of how relatably grumpy she is.
Yes.
And how like fine, I'll like you. She is. Current book recommendations. So I know we've been talking about what we've been reading, but what would we recommend?
I really do recommend The Invisible Life of Ada LaRue by V.E. Schwab.
And I recommend Blood and Chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would recommend that I haven't talked about yet.
No, I think we just stick to these.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Amy?
Yes?
Who's your animated crush?
I have so many.
Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon played a big part.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Robin Hood, Disney.
Oh, the fox?
The fox did something to me.
To everybody.
Yep. And then for like a hot minute, Johnny Quest.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched a lot of anime, so it's really hard for me to pick and choose right now. I'm now like second guessing everything about my life.
Are you not proud of your answers?
No, I just can't remember anybody right now. It's just been so long since I've watched anything.
Okay, so who was like your Disney animated crush?
I mean, I know it was Little Mermaid for a long time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a serious blank. I'm going to have to come back.
We'll say Little Mermaid. Is there a movie that is actually better than the book? I heard that about Bridget Jones' Diary. I never read it, but I heard that the movie's better than the book.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to say there is, but I can't remember. But I want to say yes.
I think the BBC version of Pride and Prejudice is better than the book.
I'll allow it.
But it's also a very close rendition of the book.
Because that's why, yeah. North and South.
Oh, I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah. I want to say it is, yeah. And I like the TV adaptation more.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else I'm familiar with that I've actually both read and watched.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of manga and anime that fall into that category, but not books.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. Favorite book to movie adaptation?
Does anime count?
Yeah.
So the Tom Cruise movie with Emily Blunt, it's been called a couple different names. It was originally called The Edge of Tomorrow, and then it was called Live, Die, Repeat. Is a movie adaptation of an anime.
Oh.
It is phenomenal. I fucking love that movie. It is so good.
I would say, since we're keeping like any of the Boys Over Flowers.
Oh, okay.
There's a Japanese live action, I want to say.
I think there's a Taiwanese one too, right?
There's a Korean one. The
okay.
Korean one really got me into K-dramas to begin with.
Got it.
But I thought I really like Boys Over Flowers over Boys Over Flowers, the anime. If you could travel to this is a bitch question. I mean, it's not a bitch. It's a hard one. You're great. You're not a bitch. This one is hard. If you could travel to a bookish land to live, no powers granted, where would you go?
Shit.
Isn't that mean? Because immediately I was like, oh my God, Harry Potter. And then I was like, wait, I have to go to Harry Potter to be a muggle?
There's no difference. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Honestly, probably Star Wars.
Yeah, you're better off there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be good. You'd be good there. I was going to say, like, I don't know, turn me into a vampire somewhere. But one that I can live.
Yeah.
Twilight? No, I don't know. I don't want to go there. I don't know. I guess there's no good place for a human.
Oh, I know where. I'd go to wherever Hell's Moving Castle is.
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a really good one. Yeah, go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't get to sleep with the Bat Boys. I don't get to do anything. Like, not going there.
You can sleep with the Bat Boys. You just don't have powers.
Or love, like, what?
Oh yeah, because you're a human. You're going to be in the human territory. Never mind.
How will our love last, Amy? How was that going to go on?
I have no answer for you.
And when I age, like, what's?
I'm sorry.
You're breaking Azriel's heart.
Sorry, he's dead.
So you've broken mine? Like, where are we? Okay. What's your go-to comfort food?
Depends on my mood.
Sushi for me.
There's a lot of sushi in our lives.
There's a lot of... I eat sushi when I'm happy. I eat sushi when my tummy kind of hurts. I eat sushi when I don't know what else to eat. And then I eat sushi if I'm like, you know what? I've had a rough day. I'm going to eat some sushi.
Yeah.
If not that, cheese.
Nice. Mine's usually Thai food. Thai food's my comfort food.
Thai food is, if I'm sick, pho. Pho is also, yeah. Thai food's another great one.
Yeah. I just eat a lot of curry and pad thai. And my life is great.
Yeah. Damn right. Tell us about your books.
I have so many book ideas. I don't know which one to tell you about, so I'll let Jack tell you about her book.
I am in the editing process of a book that I'm hoping to publish in March, and it is very loosely based off of true events for me. It's about a girl who goes to England to study for her master's. What? That's such a unique prospect. But then things take a turn elsewhere, and then it's not about me. But it's a romance. It's angsty. Someone dies. Because if there's one thing I will guarantee you, someone will always die in my book.
Mm-hmm. I have written a fantasy novel that I've been trying to edit and have not edited successfully in years. And I think it's time to dismantle it and make the romantic relationships gay. It's time for me. Why am I writing about a heterosexual relationship?
Wow. I love this.
Yeah. I've been considering dismantling it and rewriting it with a lesbian heroine.
I love that.
So
I love that.
that's where I'm at right now.
Good job.
Thanks.
What's your top bucket list travel destination? Japan.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Japan's top on my list right now.
Yeah. It's not where I'm going next, or the second place, or even the third place, but it's one of the places I really want to go to.
Yeah, that and like Australia, New Zealand. But Japan first.
What is one movie you wish you could watch again for the first time? The Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember watching that for the very first time, and I don't think I had really been introduced to fantasy, to that degree of fantasy before. I actually know for a fact that was the first time that I had been like this level of fantasy, and my brain changed with it.
I actually am going to say Bottoms.
That is such a good movie. Yeah.
It is a really good movie, and I watched it again recently, and it was still good. But I wish I went in knowing nothing about that movie, and it just tickled me so much. I wish I could watch it for the first time again.
Yep. That was another really good one. Jack, fill us in on your UK trip. It was great. Went to the UK. I was there for almost a month. I did 2 meetups, one in London, one in Manchester. People are, our listeners, not shocker, are absolutely amazing and great. Adore them. Got to meet some of the people that we interviewed. Got to meet Ben Mercer and Mersey, aka Ryan. And they're both absolutely nice and sweet and amazing human beings. So it was a dream trip. And I ate so much. And I walked so much.
As you do when you're in England.
Damn right. The letters making up Elaine and Tamlin spell a mate with Lynn left. I don't know what, and then they wrote ha ha ha. I don't know what it means. But
I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
It's just funny. But like, if you put these 2 names together, it spells a mate. If you just ignore the other letters, that
the Lynn,
the other parts, there's nothing to discuss. I just thought it was a really funny message. Will you ever discuss Throne of Glass one season?
Okay, let's remember. Throne of Glass is a series.
Yeah.
And we would have to discuss each book.
Yeah.
In publication order.
Let future us figure that out.
Yeah.
Let's just get through
Crescent
City.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this mini episode of Book Talk for Book Talk. We encourage you to rate and subscribe to our show on your preferred podcast listening platform.
We would love to hear your thoughts based on today's conversation. You can submit your comments to our form at booktalkforbooktalk.com or via our Camflare voicemail system. Please visit booktalkforbooktalk.com for more information.
You can also follow us on TikTok or Instagram at the handle Book Talk for Book Talk. Bye!
Fall has officially started here in Los Angeles, and that means we finally get to do fall activities.
I have been counting down the days for when I can go to pumpkin patches, maybe even hit up an apple orchard, and I get to do all of it looking super cute in my Quince boyfriend sweater.
This weather is perfect for my dark academia vibes, and I'm so excited to bust out my washable silk blouse because you know I'm going to be taking pictures.
Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50. And that's not all. Quince has so many other amazing things on their website.
All of those items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
That includes leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim. Like, my entire fall wardrobe is genuinely turning into Quince wardrobe.
By partnering directly with top factories and cutting out the cost of the middleman, we get savings as the customer.
One of my favorite parts about Quince is the fact that they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And they still manage to get premium fabrics and finishes for that, luxury feeling for every item that they have.
Get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/booktalk for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/booktalk, BOOKTALK, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. That's quince.com/booktalk.